James Cook, thank you very much for this interview for TV Azteca.
That's okay. Thank you very much for speaking to me.
Yeah, can you say for your name and that you authorize the transmission for this interview?
Say that again,
To
sorry?
Azteca. Can you say your name and that you authorize the transmission of this interview for Azteca TV?
Yes, so my name is James Cook and I authorize the transmission of this interview.
For TV Azteca.
For, sorry?
TV Azteca.
For TV Azteca.
Exactly.
Yes, sorry about
that. No, it's okay, James. Well, first of all, it's amazing the art that you create with your typewriter. It's just with letters and numbers. Is that real?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people when they see the work for the first time, they can't believe what they're looking at. They think, oh, maybe this was made with a computer instead of a machine, a vintage typewriter. So they're always fascinated to see that these drawings have been made by hand and not by a computer. So
exactly. It looks like, no, this is not real, this is digital, this is not true. But it is real.
It's absolutely, yeah. So I've been making typewriter art for the last 10 years now. So it's taken a long time for me to get as good as I am. The first drawings that I made when I started typewriter art, they weren't so good. They're not, I think most people would believe you that the drawings were made with a typewriter because they didn't look that great. And but now, of course, I've been doing this for nearly 10 years. So I started making typewriter art in 2014.
Okay, so for example, how old are you right now?
So I'm 26.
26. So you start when you were 16 years old.
Yeah. 16.
Oh my God, you were so young. Why a young guy can be interested for the typewriter, which is something that nobody uses, especially in your age.
No, exactly. Well, so for me, I didn't actually have an interest in typewriters when I was 17. What it was, so one of my, we studied art at college. That was one of my subjects, art. And the teacher, my art teacher, gave me a research question. She said, can you go and find artists, famous artists that use technology or machines to make their artwork? And I'd found an artist from the 1920s and 1930s that had used typewriters. And so it was just purely an experiment. I did 3 or 4 drawings for just this one college project, but little did I expect that it would become a full-time job, which it has become now.
For example, when you did that research, what did you realize of those people that used to do that kind of writing?
Yeah, so
what do you think about those people or that technology in that moment in the world? What do you think about that?
I was complete. The first one thing I didn't realize was how noisy typewriters are. You forget, because like I can imagine an office full of typists or people using typewriters. Back in the sort of mid 20th century, you would have had click clack click clack click clack all day long, and it's noisy enough just for me to sit in my studio to listen to just one machine. So that was one thing I learned when I got the typewriter, the first typewriter that I got. Yeah, just I mean, for me, the artist that I was inspired by, the reason I started typewriter art was because I saw a picture of the Mona Lisa that had been made with a typewriter. And
who did that? Which artist did that?
So the artist, his name was Paul Smith. And people that are familiar with typewriter art or have heard of typewriter art before, they kind of consider him as the genesis, kind of the origin story of typewriter art. If they know what typewriter art is, they know his work. So unfortunately, he passed away back in 2007, but he spent the rest of his life creating these drawings with typewriters, and I was just so amazed by his work. I thought, well, I must give this a go just for this art project,
So there are people that used to do the same. There was people, but right now there are someone in the world, because it's not common.
It's not, no. Most people that have typewriters now, they're collectors, and you know, they're behind glass, they're on a shelf, they're on display because they're a collector's item, most antique typewriters. And for me, I'm kind of giving them a second life because I'm using them on a daily basis to make drawings. And so it's really interesting to, you know, people when they see the work for the first time, you know, most people haven't seen a typewriter before. Children that have come to an exhibition of my work, they will they will go away from the exhibition thinking that typewriters are used to make drawings, and that actually they had no idea that people used to write with them, write letters, you know. So it's really fascinating that there's different age groups that have different relationships with typewriters.
But it's very good that you are bringing that technology to this new age.
Yes, absolutely.
With your art on social media.
Yes, and on social media, exactly. Yeah, and I think people really enjoy not just seeing the final drawing, but they like to see how the artwork is made. So I always put a video online, and I think people like to see the drawing being made, but they also like the sounds of the machine. They like the ding of the bell. They like, you know, the clack, clack, clack sort of noise of the typewriter. So it's, you know, I think people really, really enjoy, because there's not many ways of making art. Like, you know, people would conventionally use a paintbrush or a pencil. Well, they don't make noise, do they? Whereas a typewriter, you get the noise. So people really like that it's this kind of this whole machine process. So yeah.
So now the thing is, like, what did you study?
I studied, college, I studied art. And then when I left college, I went to university to study architecture.
Okay, it's like, it's not only the hobby, or do you do it as a hobby, or do you have another work, formal work, or what do you
No.
used to do
Well, so
for living?
So I studied architecture at university, and then that was going to be my career path, was to become an architect. And this has become a full-time job. Typewriter art is my full-time job. So that's what I, only by mistake though, because I never planned to do this as a full-time job. But
so you made money out of this?
Yeah. This is my full-time job. Yeah, so I get commissioned all over. In fact, I would say probably, you know, most of my commissions come from America, and yeah, people buy, people see the work online on Instagram, and yeah, they pay me a salary. So so it's not really a job because it's so much fun. You know, if you're doing something you enjoy, then you can't call it or consider it as a job. So,
well, that's good. We need to work in what we love, and if you do money for that, that's amazing.
yes, absolutely, yeah.
But you sell the art also, not only in your social media you get commissions, but also you do like paper art for people that buy it.
Yeah, so people will send me an email, or you know, they'll send me a message over Instagram, and they'll say, yeah, can I have a portrait of my family, or can you type a portrait of my dog or my cat?
Oh my God! So you paint anything? What kind of
Yeah.
things what kind of things, or what is the most common things that they request?
Oh, normally like family portraits, you know, and one element that they like to include to add sort of another layer of creativity to the drawings is they will say, okay, so do a portrait, but also can you hide all of these words in the drawing? So one other element to the artwork is the ability to conceal or hide small phrases or words, whether it's family names or, you know, the ages of family relatives. So the drawing kind of works on two different levels. So you stand back and you see the drawing, but then when you get up close, you see all the individual, you know, letters, numbers, punctuation marks. But then sometimes you'll see hidden words in the drawing as well. So people like that.
Wow! And what else? Pets, and what else they ask you for it?
What else? Oh, I don't know really. I mean, it depends. I mean, so sometimes it'll be a commercial inquiry. So recently I've completed a project for Disney, for the Boston Strangler, which is a new program that they have on Disney Plus.
Did you do something with Disney? Did you say? Did you work with Disney?
Yeah.
Wow!
So
What did you do?
it was a project for their new it's a crime thriller called Boston Strangler. It's out now on Disney Plus, but they wanted, as a promotional feature, they wanted some typewriter art of the lead characters. So yeah, so that's what I did for them.
And there are any famous people probably request
Yeah, so
something?
yes, I did a portrait of Tom Hanks. He obviously he's a famous movie star, but he also collects typewriters, which is sort of a little known fact. And so I did a drawing of Tom Hanks, and he sent a typewritten letter back to me. And he signed one of the drawings.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's
Somebody
good.
else that we could know?
Who else? Oh, just like local, well, not local, but like UK, UK.
Oh, no more there.
I would
How
say
how much is a square, for example?
sorry,
How much?
how much? It depends really. I mean, oh, I don't know. Because there's different sizes. So like some people want a small picture, some people want a large picture. Private commissions different to a commercial inquiry, but like generally like the price for a small A4 is, I don't know what it would be in dollars, but it's like £450. So what's that, like 500?
Because I want mine.
Oh, I
I'm kidding.
see, right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want mine. No, no, no. James, well, that's amazing. But what is amazing for me also is like how you have all, how do you do all those details? It's very, very detailed, too much details. It's amazing. And how
Thank you.
do you know which specific character will you take in order to create all this full image?
Yeah, it's
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
it's just practice, really. That's all it is. You learn from your mistakes doing this. So you slowly, with every drawing that I create, you learn what works and what doesn't work, which letter I can use there, which doesn't work, which, you know. So yeah, so it's just one big learning process.
So, and you auto learn. You learn by yourself.
Yes. The way that I learned to do it was looking at Paul Smith's artwork, printing it out, and looking at the drawings under a magnifying glass so that I can see all the, you know, if I'd look at his work and go, oh, what's he used here to type this face, or how's he made this? And I'd look at his work and kind of, you know, work out how he would approach to make the drawings. So yeah.
So he was like your mentor, even if he didn't know.
Even if he didn't know it, yeah. So yeah.
But
Definitely.
that's very common at your age, that the people learn by themselves, like with
Yeah,
tutorials, or you have
yeah, absolutely.
obstacles.
Yeah, I mean, there was no YouTube video, unfortunately, for typewriter art. It's not that common. Although I have to say, we have a small Facebook group, so there's about 5 or 6 of us all
So
around the
people
world.
now are learning from you, or what is this
Well,
group,
I
Facebook
wouldn't
group
say that.
about?
I was going to say I think they probably learnt their own way, but yeah, there's someone in Colombia, there's someone in there is someone else in it, so someone in America, there's someone in Germany, and they will approach the way of making typewriter art their own way. So they, in the same way that you'd look at like a Van Gogh from a Picasso, you can kind of tell which artist has done which drawing. You can tell which artist has done which typewriter drawing in our Facebook group. So it's quite cool.
Okay, and they do the same that you, and everybody share their art.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's very nice. So it's not that they are learning from you; they do it also.
They do
Is
it
that
as well.
correct?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Okay.
they'll occasionally share their work, and again, some of them have Instagram pages as well. They'll share work, and I think at some point it would be nice for us to all kind of meet together. But we're all so far apart, and you know, none of us are kind of based in the same country, because I'm the only one in the group that's based in the UK. So yeah, we'd have to be on like a holiday or something for us to all kind of arrange to meet each other. But yeah, you know, it's a rare art form, probably for a good reason, because it is so difficult. Let's say it's
No,
difficult.
it didn't get difficult. I think it's not easy to do something
No,
like you
definitely
do.
not. No, and that's like you know, where I started back in 2014. You know, all my work was not that great. You know, it was pretty bad. But I think because I didn't intend for it to be a full-time job. Because I didn't have the aspiration for it to become a full-time job, I wasn't so worried about whether the work was good or not. It's just because I've done the art for so long now that it has that gradually got better. So to the point where people will be prepared to buy the work from me. So, you know, that's good.
And how, no, that's amazing. And how much time do you spend for example, each square, like a small one? How much time do you spend?
A small drawing is about a week's work, 1 week. So I'll go to my studio, probably spend 6-7 hours at, every day kind of working on the same drawing. So it's a lot of work, and also, like, if you make a mistake, you can't rub it out, you can't erase the work, so it becomes part of the drawing.
No, so if you do a mistake, a type mistake, you have to start again?
Yeah.
From the beginning?
From the beginning. Depends how far in I am. So, for example, if I'm typing someone's portrait, I'll always start with the hardest parts first. So the hardest feature to recreate using a typewriter is someone's eyes. So I'll always start by typing the eyes. Yeah, like if I'm 50% into the drawing, I won't restart at that point. I'll just carry on with the work, and hopefully no one notices my mistake, or if I make a mistake, you see. But yeah, it's you have to learn to live with the mistakes, I think. So I can look at all my work. So to date, I've probably created about 250 drawings, and all of them have mistakes in them. But you live with the mistakes.
Exactly. How many image that did you draw until now?
Yeah.
How many squares?
It's about 250 drawings.
250 drawings. Okay. And which one is the hardest to do it, or that you feel more proud that you did it?
It's tricky. I would say probably like the drawing that I'm most proud of is to be honest, any of the drawings that I've typed on location. So I won't just work in my studio, but because I'm based in London, I'll take like a portable typewriter with me and go to a London landmark like Tower Bridge or Big Ben, and I'll sit on location, like actually draw or type with the typewriter, for everyone to see. And so sometimes you do get strange looks from people who are walking past, and I'm sitting on a park bench, and they kind of go, "Oh, what's that guy doing with that typewriter?" But any drawing that I do on location is always the ones that I like the most. So,
and for example, that's very nice that you sit down. So if somebody will go to London and see you, you're creating your art, and which is you did it. You used to do it in London, but there are another city that you did it before.
Yeah. So,
any other city?
So in January I went to Las Vegas. So I was asked to go to Las Vegas to complete I was working for they have a tech show in January called CES 2023 it was called this year, and it's like this giant technology convention that they have in Las Vegas every year, and I was asked to go there with a typewriter. Considering that this is a festival about like the latest technology, they had me there with this vintage typewriter which no one had ever seen, and I was there doing a drawing of a concept vehicle. So again, that was a live performance, so people could watch me, spend a whole day typing this drawing of this concept car for Hyundai. And that's so I've been to Las Vegas, and in April I'm going to Amsterdam to do a project there. So yeah, I've got a few projects lined up.
You should come to Mexico to do typewriting.
I should come to Mexico. I should.
Yeah, a pyramid.
Yeah, it looks lovely where you are in the background. I wish we had that much sun where we are. It's a bit cold.
This is a TV. Here, this is a TV location.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's outside of the sets.
Yeah. No, look, it looks really nice. But yeah, I was going to say it's still really cold. So that's the one thing I find when I work outdoors. When I'm working outside with the typewriter, I always pick the worst day, because here in the UK, 80% of the time it's either raining or it's windy or it's cold, and so I'm always wearing like a big puffer coat just to keep warm and stuff. But
you need something warm now.
Yeah, Yeah.
So you will find it here.
Yeah.
Well, James, well, it's amazing. What do you do? Congratulations. You are very talented. Very, very talented. I'm still very surprised about what I see, and I can't believe it how you do it. So congratulations for that. Something that would you like to add?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So can I say where people can see my work online?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So if people want to see my work, they can go to Instagram at James Cook Artwork. That's my handle. That's where people can find me. And I have a website, jamescookartwork.com, and people can go on there and see the work.
Right. Yeah, I will put your social media account next to your name.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much.
So I always finish my interview saying, my name is Karina Nova. And then you say, I'm James Cook from London. And I will say, and this is Al Extremo. And you say, Al Extremo.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Let me do a practice run. Hang on.
Al Extremo.
Al Extremo.
Exactly.
Is that right? Is that good? Or did that sound terrible?
No, it sounds good. Al Extremo.
So I have to go like this, right?
Al Extremo. Yeah.
Al Extremo.
Crossing
Okay.
your hands.
Right. Okay.
One second. Let me find a good point. I think here.
All right. This will be a practice run because I'll get it wrong this time.
Yeah, practice.
Okay.
Al Extremo.
But how do I say? So you say your name and then I say and I'm James Cook and
from London.
I'm James Cook from London.
And I say, y esto es. It's like it, and this is.
And then I go.
And I say, Alex. I say it first, Al Extremo, and then you, Al Extremo.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Mi nombre es Karina Nova.
My name is James Cook, and I'm from London.
Y esto es Al Extremo.
Al Extremo.
Exactly, perfect. Do you want to do another one? Just
Let's do one more. Yeah.
One more.
Let's do
1, 2, 3. Mi nombre es Karina Nova.
My name is James Cook, and I'm from London.
Y esto es Al Extremo.
Al Extremo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much, James, for your time. Keep in touch in your Instagram. If I have any question, can I contact you there still?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please do. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Karina.
Thank you very much for your time. And if I go to London, I will contact you. I want my square.
Yeah,
or I want to see you writing in the streets.
Yes, I was going to say, you might even see me. Yeah.
Okay, James. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.